Right. Alright, we should be good to go. Everything appears to be working. Yep, I can see myself on the stream. Cool. So tonight we're going to be playing some Thalia Stompy like we did on Friday. And hopefully not get as horribly unlucky as we did last time. I might need to actually quickly... Yeah, I'm actually out of points. I forgot to sell these chests before the stream starts, so we'll quickly do that. Before... Pull up this stuff. Cast this to the side. Give me 1 second. Alright. Need to actually sell these. Sell these dang chests. Definitely should have done this off stream, but I forgot, and now we're in too deep. Oh. Drag this off here. Whoa, that is not a good deal for treasure chests. There we go, found one. Alright, so I need to get this set up as well. Is this on Thalia Stompy? Yeah. We've played like 2 leagues with it, and our win rate is atrocious because we one-4'd the there we go. We one-4'd our league on Friday after like really bad luck. So hopefully we can actually get a little bit luckier today. This deck it is like the traditional Stompy shell with very like kind of loose cards like Simian Spirit Guide, Chalice of the Void, just for powerful turn 1 plays, but really down on card advantage. So it does require kind of a little bit of luck if you're familiar with like the legacy Stompy lists. God, why is this taking so long? Hello? Yeah, this isn't working. Alright, we're going to, I guess go down. Can I just make you guys not be able to see the screen? What does this do? Yeah, that'll kill the screen. Okay, cool. We're just gonna do this real fast. Alright, now we have these tickets so I can actually play in this league. So now we should be back up, and ready to go. Alright, cool. Had to deal with that. So let's get actually into a league, since I'm already running pretty late. I was meeting with a friend today for dinner, so got home kind of late. This was our yeah, this is our horrible 1-4 league. Alright, let's get back into it. Hopefully we do not 1-4 today. The plan is to do a little bit better than that. Do I still have... take this data off. If you're interested in seeing the data, I think there are commands below the stream. Like exclamation point modern stats or exclamation point legacy stats. I think link you to the various Google Docs that I have. So let's get started. Playing against... I don't know what my opponent's name is. Burshek PRC10? Whatever. We're on play. Oh god, I hate this hand so much. We just have to ship it. We're not doing anything powerful. Even on turn 2, we're just going to, like, what, turn 2 Smuggler's Copter? This hand's just not good. Now, this hand's better. We have turn 2 Thalia, turn 1 Thalia, turn 3 Thought-Knot, if we draw another land. Turn 2 if we hit a Eldrazi Temple. I probably want this. Thalia into Arbiter seems powerful. Oh, is my opponent humans, and none of my cards matter? Yep. Cool. So my Arbiter plus Thalia plan is really bad when my opponent's just playing humans. When you draw land next turn for this Thought-Knot, or we are probably very dead. At least my opponent's mana is kind of garbage. They can't cast Mantis Rider or Kaisel Freebooter or anything. They have to use Noble Hierarch for blue. Sure. Guess that actually brick walls me pretty bad. Playing basically, hey, it's Wasteland Strangler has the you can't spell Wasteland Strangler without waste. But yeah, no, this deck I keep landing up against humans and then crying my way through game ones. If we had drawn a land, I'd actually feel like we're in reasonable position here. But sans that, I think we're just boned. My opponent just plays Mantis Rider here or something. We just can't win. Blue, white, red. Could be a Reflector Mage as well here. Are they gonna freeboot me? Deal. I will gladly accept a 1/2 flyer. I have all creatures in my hand, opponent. Meddling. Oh, now they're gonna Meddling Mage Thought-Knot. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Now we are very, very, very dead. Unless we draw Eldrazi Displacer into a third land or something. And they know about the second Thalia, so they're never gonna, like, trade with this. Oh, jeez. Opponent has to block this eventually, right? I guess not. Yeah, every time I play this deck, though, it just feels, like, slightly more miserable than the last time I played it. Now they have Mantis Rider. This is Thalia's Lieutenant. I probably concede. There's no way I deal 10 damage through a board of like 1-1, 3-3, 2-3, 3-2 first strike. As it says, I probably just can't beat this Mantis Rider by itself. Tag me for 4 in the air. We can't even cast a Dismember because we only have 2 lands and there are 2 Thalias in play. That probably doesn't win me the game here, but lets me start attacking at least. Of course, they just Reflector Mage this Thalia and we lose again. Crack the canopy, sure. Reflector Mage? I'll concede to Reflector Mage. Yep, alright. We're gonna go to game 2. This game, we drew a lot of cards that are really bad against humans, so... The game 1 against humans is, like, really, really bad at this deck, but the games 2 and 3 get a lot better, because you get a ton of stuff. Board in these. Board out these. Want Warships, want Cast Out, want Deck and Stones, want Tocatlis. These are all okay. And on the draw, you cut all your Chalices and bring in like 2 Thalias, 2 Arbiters. But since we're on the play here, I guess we actually cut like a Gemstone Cavern and leave in a Thalia. Thalia at least has First Strike. You notice there, the Thalia kept attacking for a while until my opponent played Mantis Rider. Whereas Leon Arbiters get like straight brick walled. So really, you just want to draw Tocatli on our guard in this matchup. It is very close to Stony Silence. Alright, yep, keep this hand easy. Not close. We have Tocatli and Eldrazi Displacer to back it up. So if they don't have the Dismember very close to immediately, we just win. Jeez, my computer's a jet engine. We have Cast Out, too. Now I play Tocatli Honor Guard. Shut down everything my opponent's doing. If they don't have Dismember, in the next 2 turns, we'll have Displacer to defend the Honor Guard. And with 2 Displacers plus Honor Guard, we should be fine. Nice 1-1 for 1 opponent. Oh, that one gets to do something. I hope they don't blind name Eldrazi Displacer. Then I'd have to, like... I guess I still have this Cast Out for it. I just have to slowly get up to this Cast Out. Sure. Ooh. Oop, no, do not want to Dismember yet. We just want to play Eldrazi Displacer and pass the turn. We can hold up this Dismember. I might just kill this Meddling Mage, since down the line I might draw a Thought-Knot Seer, and Dismember targets... I might actually save it for Mantis Rider, since that's the scariest thing. After having Honor Guard in play. One of the ways they can win is just beat you down with idiots that don't have ETB abilities, which is kind of few and far between. Mostly the Mantis Rider. Or like Restoration Angel. Thalia. Do I want to Dismember in response to that? Nah. Opponent is not well situated to win this game at this stage. What are they going to make? Another Meddling Mage? Whatever they make just dies to the Displacer. Like, if they make a Displacer of their own, I just blink and kill their Oh no, this is... Oh, okay. They do make a meddling mage. But if I need to kill this, I can. But I definitely don't need to immediately. So we have Displace plus Dismember mana up. So if we attack and they block with everything, we can Displace, kill that, Dismember, kill that. We actually still do trade, technically. But then, like, we just have another Displacer. Yeah, I figured my opponent's just going to take it here. We can just play another one, though. And leave up this Dismember again. Sure. Crack Canopy. Man, Thalia is, like, kind of a hoser. This champ would be a lot scarier. Yeah, this thing attacks as a 3-2, but we're winning the race very easily here. I could Dismember it, but again, basically the only scary cards are like Mantis Rider. Ooh, this could actually be scary. Oh no, Kessig Malcontents. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. It's a 3-1. Resolves. I kind of want to play this Thought-Knot Seer. It doesn't get an ETB, but it is a 4-4, which is like pretty relevant. I can't cast it. I would need to Dismember this Meddling Mage first. So we have 2 blinks. I think I'm just gonna pass. We can kind of win at our leisure here. It's very hard to lose in this position. With double blink up now, I can like kill their Meddling Mage, tap down an attacker or something, or even just like double block the Thalia, tap down the Kessig, so I can start attacking again. We'll just blink it though. We'll kill their Meddling Mage, because it was an image. We could just cycle this cast out, honestly, to find something more relevant. Opponent's not winning anytime soon. Next turn we can start tapping down the Kessig Malcontents and the Thalia. Blink that. We'll tap down the Kessig. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we only have 8 mana. So we have double blink plus Dismember here. I think I can just attack with both Displacers. Opponent might have Restoration Angel. They have 4 mana, but I can Dismember it, so. Yep, that's what I figured. Opponent can attack me for like 5 tops, and they're dead on the crackback if they like go all out, because I have these Sheffidoon activations. Mantis Rider. Let's see what they end up attacking with. So I get double blink here. That's your plan? Really? That doesn't strike me as a very game-winning plan, attacking with just your Mantis Rider into my Eldrazi Displacers. Sure. Smuggler's Copter, that's a good one to draw. So, assuming my opponent double blocks both displacers if I attack, like Thalia champ on one, Metal Mage champ on the other, if I blink off both the big guys, I'm actually out of blink mana. They can attack me for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is still not even lethal. And that I can also play Copter post-combat since I have 8 mana. 6, 7, 8. So I can play Copter, so Copter plus Tocatli gives me another blocker. I can also just blink the champs instead and kill their bigger guys, depending on how they block. Okay, not blocking at all. Oh, right, that costs 3. Probably worth still playing, since it's guaranteed lethal. My opponent can't just chump block it. I can still just blink down this Mantis Rider. And I can block with the Copter if need be. Opponent keeping with these lines that very likely won't work. Of attacking with one creature into an Eldrazi Displacer. I don't... Yeah, opponent concedes. Don't really know what their plan was there, but did not work out. So, on the draw now, we want all the Chalices out, the Gemstone Caverns back in, and some number of Arbiters and Thalias. They're horrible, but they're better than Chalices on the draw. The thing we just really want to do again is just draw Tocatli Honor Guard. That card is Stony Silence in this deck against humans. Worship would also be pretty good, but you can die with Worship out if they can find stuff like Reclamation Sage or something before you get Honor Guard plus Worship, which is the hard lock, more or less. Especially since these humans decks oftentimes are cutting Dismembers just to play gut shots. Ooh. We can turn 1 Worship. I don't think I want to turn 1 Worship, but I could, and I think I am going to keep this hand. What am I pitching to this Gemstone Caverns, though? I'm much more likely going to, like, turn 1 Thought-Knot. Do I pitch a Worship? Probably. Since I have 2, and I have this Thought-Knot, so they're probably not going to be able to kill the 1. I don't really want to pitch a Spirit Guide, since I really want mana with this hand. We're going to keep. Goodbye, White-Bordered Worship. If we draw Temple, that'd be a nut draw. Plains. It's not bad. It gets us to this Worship after I wreck myself casting this Thought-Knot Seer. It's even worth it. Opponent's 5 cards in hand. They did start a Noble Hierarch. If I wait till next turn, I can turn 3, or I can turn 2 Thought-Knot. And then turn 3 the Worship. I think it's probably better to just cast Thought-Knot. Meddling Mage and Mantis Rider. I don't think they're going to blind name Worship here. I did just pitch one, so maybe they do. can beat this hand, even if they do name Worship with Meddling Mage. I think I can beat a hand of 3 lands Meddling Mage here. Since their plan was definitely just to turn 2 Mantis Rider beat me down, which can definitely get me. Especially if I was leaning on Thalia Honor Guard in this opener. Ancient Ziggurat. Meddling Mage, naming. I wonder what they would name here. Dismember, maybe? Eldrazi Displacer? Ooh, Thalia Honor Guard. That's fair. That's not great. This opponent's hand is 2 lands, 1 unknown. I don't think I want to trade 4 damage for their 3, since they are the aggro deck. I think I'd rather just keep brickwalling this Meddling Mage. If we draw another land, we're in business. It's very hard to lose with a Worship and 2 creatures in play. They need, like, multiple Reflector Mage and such, and by then we could probably find answer for this, followed by a Thalia Honor Guard. Deal. Probably play Canopy here. Thalia. Well, that's kind of a bummer for my Worship. They still can't attack, because I just have a 4/4 in the way. Just gonna play another 4/4 here. I probably should have attacked first, shouldn't I? Since now they could trade if they wanted. I think I'm fine with the trade, though. But yeah, this is definitely a misplay. I should have attacked first. They want to trade basically their entire board for drawing a card. And that gets me my Worship if they trade off this Thalia. Alright, cool. Yeah, obviously misplay. I could have thought seized the card they draw here, since I knew their last card was Canopy anyway. But now we just get to slam this Worship. And it turned on our Worship, it turns on our Tocatlis. We can definitely find some nonsense here. I'm feeling decent about this game. Once my opponent plays Kite Sail Freebooter here. It'd be kind of obnoxious. Another Thalia? Or is it the Lieutenant? Oh, that's much better for me. Deal. Another Lieutenant via Phantasmal Image. That means this Lieutenant can start attacking through. Oh, the Thought. Oh, that's so bad for me. Thought-knotting my Worship. Yeah, we played this. If I lose this game, it's on me. Kraken Canopy's bad now because I want to have Smasher. They can attack with a 5/5 Thought-knot. Which means I think I do want to attack here, honestly. I'm not blocking. They have no cards in hand. So I think I attack here, because if they want to trade, then by all means, we'll trade. I can hit a 5th land or a spell to cast. Or a second Reality Smasher. Alright. If we find this land, we're in business. We can make a bunch of 5/5s. It's probably pretty good against my opponent's board. And can potentially just race them. More Canopies. Yeah, this is all because I played that one turn really poorly when I decided to attack after I played the Thought-knot. This could be going a lot better for me. Sure. This is just an attack for 2. An attack for nothing. They play around like me having something here? mean, I'll take it. That's fine. I'm down for my opponent playing around me doing something here. But I do need to play something onto the board. I'm not going to Ghost Core to them. My lands are way more important when I have these piles of 5-drops in my hand. Sure. Are they playing around, like, Restoration Angel there or something? Now my opponent can start beating me up, though. We really need to get these smashers online to race my opponent, or just block my opponent's stuff. Another lieutenant? Oh. Interesting. This is just a Reflector Mage? Oh, geez, that's... Yeah. If we lost this game, it's my own fault. Definitely could have played a little bit less sloppy, that's for sure. That is a lot of damage. I feel okay if we can find this Smasher, though. Yeah, opponent has nothing in hand? Okay, thank God. This Subtle Spirit is going to clock me, though. Attacks for 3. So it's actually a 3-turn clock if I play the second Smasher through the Canopy. So we need to draw... I don't even know. Deckenstone. Cast out. And even then, we need to also take back the board. Did they draw Mantis Rider? Oh, jeez. That's also bad for me. This is like super lethal. I think we are just dead now. Both my worships are gone. Yeah, I lost myself that game. That was on me. With my dumb play, and then getting thought knotted, taking my worship. Otherwise, we would have been probably fine. It actually would have been kind of close, even if we had a worship and play that game. I guess they only found the one mage. They would have had to find like multiple mages, since I would have had Reality Smasher plus Arbiter in play there. I guess. That's only if... So, assuming I play optimally and they still block there, which I think they do if I don't play the Thought Knot pre-combat. I think they still probably snap off that block. If they drew the Phantasmal Image first, then we were definitely fine. If they drew the Thalia in it first, we still would have lost. Because they still could have just copied my Thought Knot there. But again, it was definitely a misplay. Not going to argue. This is like turn 2 Thalia into turn 3 Thought Knot, which is kind of slow on the draw, but I think it's good enough. Ooh, never mind. Turn 2 Thought Knot. Oh, we are playing against Blood Moon dot deck, though. But we have 2 basic planes, so we're kind of okay. The only decks that I've seen that have play Remnant Ruins are like the all-in red deck. They're going to Ritual into Blood Moon here. Oh, that's much better for me. Deal. We are just going to Thought Knot the crap out of you. Nice Goblin Rabble Master. Opponent has 3 lands in their hand. And we have... This might be Beaumont Red. I mean, I guess it might have been before the Gemstone Caverns. And the Desperate Ritual, obviously. Yeah, I think we're good here. Did I just place... I don't think I can, like, race quite yet. I need to stabilize a little bit. to kill off these goblins before I start hitting them with Smasher? Maybe not. Maybe I just play an attack with Smasher. They attack for, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can block a Simian Spirit Guide, play Thalia next turn. And playing Smasher is a little bit greedy. Hardcasting Ape isn't an illegal game action. Hey, I've hardcasted an Ape with this deck, with the 1 Cavern of Souls. I think this should be lights out, though. Opponent's deck cannot beat a 4-4 and a 5-5. Oh, maybe. Do they, like, Chandra Torch? Oh, that's not going to go well for them. I guess this does actually attack as a 5-2, right? I was going to say I just get to eat it, but I don't. Do I try off Smasher? Do I just take 5? I think I just take 5, play Thalia next turn. Both Rabble Masters are forced to attack. Maybe not. I might be able to just take 5 and race, like if I just block like this. Next turn I'm playing Thalia. Am I taking 6 here? That's probably fine. Oh, played the wrong lands. Now I have to take a damage for this Arbiter. It's definitely still worth it, though, because both my opponent's Goblin Rabble Masters have to attack here. So I get to eat one and just trade the other. We're just going to not attack again. Just, my opponent's going to make 2 more Goblins. We're just going to eat them all. Kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that, take 1. Man, I can't cast my Simian Spirit Guides. This probably sets up lethal next turn or something. Blow up their Ramanap Ruins. Got me. I am at 8. Battle of the Stompy decks. What you got? 3 mana. Braid my Thalia. Are they going to attack? Because now they are dead on board to the Shifted. I guess I don't have the second white, but now they're dead. Got him. It's an odd game. Alright, so all in red. What's even good in this matchup? Always had it, never didn't have it. I mean, it's true. We did always have that. The second white in our back pocket there. What is even... Like, do they have creatures in their deck? Can I find a list online or something? Because I've played against this deck very infrequently, so I'm definitely not accustomed enough to kind of offhand know what they play. Alright, so it looks like this was not quite my opponent's deck. They were playing Goblin Rabble Masters, but... This one has a Rabble Master with a sideboard. Or I'll go off something like this. So they have Chalices, which are bad, which probably means my Chalices are bad. They are not searching their deck ever, which probably means Leonin Arbiter is bad. Thalia is fine. Yeah, this deck isn't quite the same, because this deck isn't the super all-in-red that has Desperate Ritual to try and turn 1 Blood Moon people. We definitely want to have hands that have basic lands in them. Pretty important here. I don't think Warship is particularly important. My opponent's probably never going to kill me like... Yeah, they have like Chandra Torch of Defiance, so they can beat me through a Warship by just Chandra Emblem, casting spells, killing my creatures, or Koth of the Hammer, same thing, if that's in their deck. They're bringing in a bunch of like Wraths. They don't have a lot of relevant like ETBs. None of my cards are good. Do I want Deccan Stones? I guess Deccan Stones cleans up some random shit that they might have. But I don't even like think I have enough cards to board out these Arbiters. I barely have enough cards to board out these Chalices. I don't even know. All my cards suck. I only have one answer to an Ensnaring Bridge. I guess Display Surplus Thought can be like an answer to Bridge. 10 seconds left. Oh god. One Tocatli. Tocatli does turn off Piankar and Nalar, so it's not horribly horribly non-relevant. But it also has power and toughness at least, so it's probably just better than Chalice already. This hand has a basic land, and just like a pretty good curve. If they don't Blood Moon me, we have an excellent curve. If they do Blood Moon me, we still have like Thalia and Thalia. So we'll keep. We'll pretend we don't have a basic land. See if they try to aggressively Blood Moon me. I don't want to just like play the basic planes, because then they might not Desperate Ritual Blood Moon or something here. Okay. It's kind of annoying, because I only have, like, the one answer in my deck. That's also kind of annoying, but for different reasons. Now might be the only time I get to cash in this Ghost Quarter. I definitely don't want them to be upticking this Ballista, so I want to take them off of 4 mana. Because this Ballista could be the way they kill me through their own bridge, essentially. We'll keep playing into a Wrath effect, because I don't think we're going to actually beat this Ballista plus 4 lands very easily. If they just keep hitting land drops and being able to get cards out of their hand for the bridge. A Braid Thalia, sure. Hazoret, huh? So neither of my things can attack? Is it even worth thought-knotting them? It just helps them take cards out of their own hand, and I'm just, like, dead to Ballista plus Hazoret here. I guess I'm not dead. Yeah, because I'm dead because the Hazoret can actually just activate and kill me. We can obviously draw removal spells, so we're not dead, but I guess we'll just crack this canopy, see what we find. Nice. We are definitely on the losing side of this fight here. Opponent can just throw things at me with Hazoret or pump up Ballista. Or have second bridge, huh? So we drew Dismember. What do I want to Dismember here? The Hazoret? Hazoret lets my opponent empty their hand still. The Ballista, they have to put 4 mana into it and not cast a spell out of their hand. So Dismembering the Hazoret. I guess I was kind of right to bring in all the removal, though. Opponent just puts up a bridge. hides behind it. The issue is my opponent draws lands, then we're not very well off. Opponent brought in Damping Sphere, thank you. Nice deck, opponent. Might have actually wanted to play Thought Knot there, because I don't want to take a card out of their hand. I want to get to the point where I can Thought Knot plus Displacer it to make them draw a bunch. The land means they get to pump Ballista here, but they need to be able to pump Ballista a lot of times. Could Ghost Quarter the Ramanap Ruins, but I don't think I care enough. I think I just want to hit more land drops for finding Displacer. Opponent did not pump the Ballistas, that's good. Another bridge, cool. Please Displacer. Please Displacer. Dismember's not bad. Dismember keeps me alive through this Ballista. Gives me time to find something. I'm gonna wait until they try to activate to Dismember it. Which they should do next turn. Alright. And now we play the waiting game, but my opponent has like 8 million better top decks than I do. They could draw another Ballista, another Hazoret, a Chandra, and we need like exactly Eldrazi Displacer. They didn't. What's the one card in their hand that they wouldn't cast here? I guess they don't really care because I don't have any 1-power creatures in play, so they can hold on to something. They're just casting Desperate Ritual into activate Ramanap Ruins. I'll play Thalia. Not like it's really taxing them out of anything. If they have like a damage-based board wipe, it only kills 3 things, and I have another Thalia Heretic Cathar. And I kind of want to incentivize them to wrath the board right now, yeah. So if I draw Displacer, it doesn't die to that? Deccan Stone. I can Deccan Stone my own creature to draw a card. 4 mana, kill my Thalia, draw a card. But I also need enough damage in board to like kill them the one turn I go crazy with Thought Knot Displacer. So we'll just sit on this Deccan Stone. I can also help beat a Hazoret or another Ballista or something. I guess I'll kill this Dismember, but Blood Moon, sure. It does take me off of colorless. It probably actually is basically my last out, now that I think about it. Since now I'll only be able to displace once per turn, I won't be able to make them draw a ton of cards. Slagstorm, sure. Can't play that because it's still legendary. Burden is on the opponent to do something. And something. Oh, I can actually cast the Spirit Guide. Forgot that I'm Blood Moon. I could also make my opponent draw a card if I, like, dismember my own Thought Knot, or deck and stone my own Thought Knot. So that might be relevant. Because the opponent's just sitting on 2 cards in hand. Or I guess only 1 card in hand. Copter doesn't do anything. Thought I definitely tapped. Why did it make me... Oh, I had to... Wait. Why did it make me pay extra for that? 4, 5, 6... Oh, because of the Damping Sphere. Forgot that was actually a card, because it's so irrelevant. And now we just sit here and stare at each other for a while. I'll get in my 2 points, I guess. We'll go to 6, why not? I'm basically dead if they have anything that burns my face like a Chandra anyway. I'll get in my 2 points while I can. Aw. Rip my mana monkey. Haha! Take that. This is some fun interactive Magic. I hope you're all enjoying it. Torpor Orb? That is not the card you want to board it against me either, opponent. Turns off exactly Thought Knot Seer. I board Takali Honor Guards. Yeah, new Mana Monkey. Alright, now here's something. Suddenly there's a game to be had, unless they just kill this Displacer. Which is looking like that's what they're about to do. Wow, that's rude, opponent. Why would you do that? So... I can't even blink the... Oh, no, yeah, blinking the Thought Knot actually... This is actually better for my Thought Knot, because now I can't even Thought Seize them if I wanted to. I can only make them draw cards here. Make them draw a card. They have to kill this Displacer. Ooh, a second Displacer, too. So I could Deck and Stone the Ballista here. And then... on their side, Vortex makes the matchup more favorable. Yeah. Now I'm not allowed to Thought Seize them. This is great. So if I Deck and Stone the Ballista, they triple ping Displacer, and I blink my Thought Knot to give them 3 cards in hand, and I can crew the Smoker's Copter and hit them for more. And have another Displacer. So let's Deck and Stone Ballista here. Maybe I'm supposed to board in Stonies just to beat exactly Walking Ballista. Just turn off my Copters. But, like, there were no cards that I was supposed to board in here. All my cards were bad. The issue is that they can actually trade spirit guides if I attack with both, which is kind of annoying, because I don't have enough mana to tap it down. The Blood Moon is awkwardly taking me off of colorless here. Opponent going into the tank about this Deck and Stone. It's just kill the Displacer, right? It's not particularly close. Your plan is kill this Displacer, it's the only way. Unless they're sitting staring at the other Walking Ballista in their hand, going, alright, I'm going to ping their face for 3, untap, ping their face for 3, in which case that's also a valid line. Oh, they are pinging my face. Interesting. So I assume they have something in their hand that deals me 3 here. Which is, like, fine. They want the clue? Okay. So let's blink this guy again. You draw another card. Crew with Smasher. Well, I don't really want you. Maybe I do want these, just for this exact scenario. I need my own Torpor Orbs to turn off my Thought Knots. Alright, well, opponent is dead if they don't kill me or, like, spew a bunch of cards out of their hand, which they very well could do. I'm at 4 life. So I don't think I want to add anything to the board. I think I just pass. Since I already have 6 in play, so those are the easiest I can attack with. I need them to have 2 cards now at the end of their turn, because I can only blink Thought Knot once. Ramunap Ruins does not punch me. Ballista does. Ballista just kills me, but... Braid, sure. Maybe I was supposed to actually play Takali here. Doesn't increase the clock, though. Alright, uncastable Dismembers, nice. Oh man, they have a spell. Opponent is a Buzzkill. Yeah, the issue with letting... Opponent's gonna crack the clue. That seems wrong and aggressive, opponent. Unless the opponent's confident that they can really play out every card in their hand. Sure, they kill my other Displacer. Play another Blood Moon, okay. I'll play a Takali Honor Guard. Getcha. So we only have like 2 Displacers left in the deck. Opponent currently going to deck out before me, but... At this point, we can actually make them draw 2 cards if we find our other Deck and Stone by killing our Thought Knots, so that might be a plan. Is just find a pile of Thought Knot Seers, find our second Deck and Stone, make them draw a bunch. Opponent doesn't appear to, like, have win cons in their deck, so... This game is a mess. This game is a disaster. Triple Ensnaring Bridge, triple Blood Moon. Alright, quadruple Blood Moon. Opponent's got me. This game is... Oh, they get to Sorcerer's Spyglass. They might name Eldrazi Displacer here. That's probably a good name for my opponent. Yep. But now... Ooh, alright, we're setting up the Deck and Stone Lethal. Although if they draw instants, that's the bad part, right? I don't have any dead Thought-Knots, so I still have a fourth one somewhere in my deck. So I need to present lethal, which means I need 6 power in play that all have 3 power or less. So I need, like, more Thalias, Leonin Arbiters, Eldrazi Displacers. We have a game plan. Sure, alright. Takali's dead. We need to get more. Worst case, if they actually can't kill me, if I make them draw 3 cards with these Thought-Knots, then they do deck out before me. I'm assuming they have a win con somewhere, but I just don't know what it is. Alright, this is kind of a win con. The issue is that making them draw 3 cards, they will likely draw at least 1 instant, and have plenty of mana. No! Opponent has found their win con. So we just have to go for it. If they don't draw any instants, we win. Because we can attack for 6 with Displacer plus Smuggler's Copter. They had a Hazardite, but we dismembered it. Alright, so now we Deck and Stone our own Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, hang on. We'll crew the Copter first. Man, I really hope they draw no instants, because what a win this would be. Please don't draw any instants, opponent. Yeah! Oh, man! Outplayed opponents. Oh. Hang on, I need to screenshot this game. Better lucky than good. That was all skill. That was 100% skill all the time. I planned that down to the last bit of damage. They were at 6. I had 2 3-power creatures. I was like, alright, we're just going to play Thought-Knots, Deck and Stone all of them, make my opponent draw 3 cards, and then hope that they don't draw any instants. That was 100% planned, and was glorious. Oh god, that was awesome. That made this whole league worth it already. That's them not drawing some instant removal. I mean, how many instants do they have in their deck? Like Abrade and Desperate Rituals, which they'd already cast, like probably like 3 Desperate Rituals, 2 Abrades or something. Opponent's deck has a lot of sorceries and lands in it. They could have drawn like more planeswalkers, creatures, or something. I don't think their deck plays all too many instants. It's just like Abrades and Desperate Rituals, I think. Oh man, I've gotta remind me to share this clip with Spider Space next time I see him. I'm gonna pull up this clip for later viewing. We'll crew the copter first. All according to plan. That made this whole day worth it. That was awesome. Taste it, opponent. Were those not snow-covered lands? No, the opponent wasn't playing Scred. They were just playing like the all-in red deck with like Gemstone Caverns and Chalice of the Void and Desperate Ritual, Blood Moon. No, yeah, they were just like the all-in red deck. This hand's probably fine. We have Arbiter into Thought-Knot, into Smasher, or Ghost Core at some point along the line. Yeah, no, the opponent's deck likely had Chalices in it, and I don't think he played Scred and Chalice in the same deck. Please not humans. No. Well, I was gonna say this hand is, like, okay against humans, but then we just drew another Leonin Arbiter, so. We'll lead with Eldrazi Temple. If we draw another one, we're just in business. If we don't, we just go Plains Arbiter. Really. At least the opponent doesn't have a third champion in the parish. If we don't just lose. We'll be fine. What could the opponent possibly have, besides an entire deck that's exceedingly good against me game one? We'll just try not to punt this game like we punted last game against humans. Alright, well at least they're not Reflector Maging my Thought-Knot here. I do get punched for 5. Dismember's interesting, I guess. Could dismember a giant champion of the parish. Oh, that resto is horrifying. Yeah, let's not have you have that in your hand anymore. That would be excellent if you no longer had that in your hand. Yep, they could punch me for like 5 here though. If they drew another human, they just punch me for like 1 billion. Now we're dead. Our dismember's turned off. I'll probably trade though. I'm surprised all in red doesn't have bolts on the board to help. I like you board in bolts, board out when you're boarding out the chalices or whatever. It's not like the worst idea in the world. Why can't I name Dismember with my Cavern of Souls? I would like to not take 4 damage. They have 4 Eidolon. Oh yeah, I did see Eidolons like in the sideboard and stuff for Storm. I guess they might have boarded them out because they're probably terrible against my deck. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, this deck is like so badly positioned against humans game 1. So now we cut Gemstone Caverns and like 7 of our 2-drops. Yeah, and then run it back. I'm just happy we managed to beat triple Ensnaring Bridge, quadruple Blood Moon. That was good. That was the best game of the night. We could lose the rest of our games today and I'd still be happy about that. That amazing Scred win. Any opinions on Beaumont Red? I think I'm gonna be a little blunt here. I think the people playing Beaumont Red are a little bit silly. Like, people are like, oh yeah, you just play Incinerate, whatever, basically Lightning Strike, and it's fine because you play your creatures and then you use your red removal to like keep them off of tempo or something while you like get in with your tiny guys, and you're like, you play a totally different game plan and burn and stuff, but you're playing really bad cards, and that's coming from the person who's playing Leonin Arbiter in Modern. Like, the cards in your deck kind of suck. They're just much better things you can be doing. Or keep this hand. We have, like, Deck and Stone, Deck and Stone, Thought-Knot. We're fine. That's just my opinion on Beaumont Red, though. It's like, it's cute, it's a cool budget deck, but, like, I don't think anyone should be intentionally bringing Bulma Red to, like, a GP. You do play, like, either a bad burn deck or a bad aggro deck. Do I deck and stone this? Probably not. Probably just land pass. Probably not cycling this cast out. You really want your removal in these matchups. Champ, sure. Yeah, like, it's cool. I love it when new decks show up in the format. Don't get me wrong. Like, new decks are always interesting. I was a big fan of Humans and, maybe not Hollow One, but Humans was a very cool deck that popped up. I love it when people are playing new stuff in Modern. But I think people are a little bit in over their heads when they're talking about name Thought Knot. That's a safe name. Here. We could cast out, we could just deck and stone it. Deck and stoning is probably fine. Yeah, it's a cool deck, and I enjoy people playing cool decks. That's like all what I'm about. Like, I'm not gonna play the best deck. It's kind of a mesh of small dudes, but yeah, exactly. You play like a really awkward aggro deck using your removal spells to like kill them, and sometimes you play like a really awkward burn deck with these kind of dirtily creatures. Yeah, I think that was kind of like the joke at the beginning. Is just like some guy wanted to play a standard deck in Modern. Let's just deck the Meddling Mage, I guess. I'm just gonna like die to this Champion of the Parish. I could like deck the Champion. Next turn, cast out the Meddling Mage. This is gonna take forever though. I'm gonna deck and stone this Meddling Mage. Oh yeah. There was I think Saffron Olive made a Twitter post about how would you change if you could do like Hearthstone nerfs to cards instead of like banning Chain Whirler, what would you do to change it to make it more balanced? And then a bunch of people were just commenting, well, I'd take a First Strike, give it Menace, and then change the ability to something like every time a creature enters the battlefield, deal 1 damage to its controller instead of its current ability. And then make it a dinosaur too. Oh, well, this is an exceedingly large Champion of the Parish. Could actually dismember plus Thought Knot this turn, because the Simian Spirit Guide. Let's do that. Oh, whoops, I'm dumb. I didn't even need the Spirit Guide to do that, because I can't do basic math. Oh well. Oh well. Spirit Guide probably not going to matter in the long term. What was the name opponent's hand? Like 2 lands, neither of which are relevant. Opponent, if they draw like a single human, though, they can just attack with a Thalia's Lieutenant, which is horrible. We need to get up to cast out mana again. Played their planes. We could Ghost Core to them, but not with the amount of mana they have. They draw 2 creatures. Oh god. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We could draw exactly Worship and not die. Worship. Well, I'll cycle this. Worship? Nope, we're dead. Man, yeah, this human's matchup is just like really, really bad unless you draw Takali Honor Guard. It might be even worth just like playing 4 if you're really intent on playing this deck. In fairness, I did punt away my first matchup against humans. I think I would have won it. Standard always seems to have one Polaris deck and it kind of warps the format. Yeah. I mean, especially like recently, we've been missing like the good standards from age old times, but even then, like, people look back with the rose-colored glasses about like these great standard formats. Like, some people loved Innistrad RTR, but like, again, very polarizing. Maybe not one deck formats, but it was just like the Sphinx's Rev decks were just like tier 1, either Jeskai or Esper or Blue White or whatever. The Sphinx's Rev Detention Sphere Supreme Verdict package was insane. Thragtusk Resto decks. Yes, Cobblade. Some people love Cobblade because they're like, oh, it's so skill testing and stuff. But it was a horrible one format deck. And then like the Devotion, Ravnica Theros standard, which I personally loved, but that was an easy 2-deck format of like mono black and blue white. And like, everyone can naysay about every format. It just, in reality, standards card pool is just going to be limited, and you're going to have like a very like narrow band of the best decks. Yeah, see, some people think Innistrad RTR was like cancer format because there were so many super impressive cards. Right, we're on the draw. This hand's great. The question is, would I pitch this Gemstone Caverns? Maybe this Ghost Quarter. What am I doing turn 1? Turn 1, I'm just playing like Land Chalice or Land Arbiter. Then turn 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think I just pitched this Spirit Guide, honestly. It also makes me look like I'm all in red right now. The cards were great. Yeah, like, oh, we're playing as Affinity? Guess we... That's an interesting start from the opponent. I guess they're gonna play like another Darksteel Citadel to turn on the Mox Opal. They give some 3 mana. Do I want a Thalia here? Arbiter does nothing. Chalice on 1. They would have cast a 1-drop if they had it. They already played their zeros. Yeah, Chalice on 0 is like good in this matchup on the play, right? But on the draw, it's just so much worse. Chalice on 2 can actually kind of get there. If I didn't pitch my Spirit Guide, Chalice on 2 on turn 2 would have been okay. No, it would have taken like till turn 3. No. Yeah, no, it would have taken till turn 2. I would have played this Ghost Quarter. Obviously, knowing it's Affinity, I would have just pitched the Arbiter, but I think we just play this Thalia, since that takes them off of stuff like Springleaf Drums and Cranial Platings and all sorts of nonsense. They can still just play a Ravager or Darksteel Citadel into Edge Champion or whatever. Oh, huh. It's eggs. In that case, this hand is great. Now we're just going to Chalice on 1 them. I thought it was odd that Affinity would keep a hand that's like Darksteel Opal Pass. Seemed a little unusual. But I guess it makes sense if my opponent is actually on eggs. Sure. Conveniently, this matchup is very hard to lose. There's so many good cards in the main deck and the side deck for this matchup. Chalice on 1 is super devastating. They need to find Engineered Explosives to kill it. Let's smash her. Next turn we could, like, double Ghost Quarter. If they tap low and also have a second land worth Ghost Quartering Citadels does not work out. Pod Delver, Wolf on Ramp. We're playing some that are some jank. Yeah, like, I mean, every standard, either you loved it because you were playing a deck that was good and it was fun to play for you, or you didn't love it because you were playing a deck that like either wasn't good or just wasn't fun to play. And like, that's fine. I loved RTR Theros because I loved Mono Black, but like, it wasn't a good standard by any means because it was like very, very cancerous around the devotion strategies and blue-white control because the RTR blue-white control shell was stupid powerful. You were basically playing a block-constructed deck. They have 1, 2, 3. They could actually crack this if I play my Arbiter. And if they don't cast anything, if they do cast something, we can Arbiter and Ghost Quarter this. Oh, interesting. I like game. Oh yeah, the Delver and new Phyrexia Innistrad standard with like all the attacks or with all the Phyrexia mana spells. They not searching. Okay. I'll cut them down on mana as much as I can. I have very much lethal in play this turn. They need to go off with a Chalice on one and a Thalia and an Arbiter. Consequently, the Arbiter does not matter too much, but the Thalia and the Chalice sure do. The Court Clan can help beat the Thalia, but because they have like 10 mana here or something. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. But I'm not positive. I haven't seen this deck go off in a long time, so I'll sit back. I have nothing. If they can't win here, then they just lose. Trying to play some green white Elspeth shit, so I kind of deserved it. Yeah, I wasn't even playing standard back then. I wasn't even playing with Magic. I started playing Magic again in like Gate Crash. So I just heard horror stories of new Phyrexia Innistrad standard. Another Court Clan. It doesn't seem worth it to me. I guess they get their Ichor Wellspring back, so it's not free. So it costs them 2 mana, but they get to draw 2 cards, so that's fair. No, it costs them like 3 mana. They draw 2 cards for like 3 mana. Whatever. Opponent can do whatever they want. I'm good. If they could win, they could win. I have no idea if they can. New Phyrexia Innistrad was worth. Yeah, everyone complained about New Phyrexia Innistrad. The Delver, Snapcaster, Gut Shot, Ponder, Vapor Snag decks. Opponent is going off or something. I've never actually seen eggs go off in Modern before, so my opponent is more than willing to try. Yeah, mutagenic growth. All the, like new Phyrexia mana, which is such a horrible mechanic, still is. Alara through new Phyrexia. That was like Alara standard was, or Alara Lorwyn was like 5-color garbage. Yeah, Cruel Control. There we go. Blade. Opponent's casting a lot of Mox Opals. I mean, every time the Mox Opal nets them 2 mana, right? Because it produces 3 mana because it taps and then sacks, but it costs them 1 mana to cast because of the Thalia. I have no idea what the opponent is, what their end game is here. They're not really ever up very high on mana. Like, they're not producing obscene amounts of mana. Can I, like, Google search a win con for this deck? Yeah, I think a fixed Phyrexian mechanic can be, like, reasonable. Just, like, obviously a fixed way of, like, doing a lot. Opponent's getting up there on mana. Like, a lot of mechanics that are, like, busted can be fixed by, like, just making it a little bit more reasonable. Cons was... Oh, cool. Okay, my opponent could not actually win there. Interesting. Guess I'll never learn how they win in this deck. I mean, Chalice on 1 is probably devastating for half the cards in their hand. Let me actually find a deck list here. What the opponent could possibly be doing. Where's KCI? Oh, Ironworks combo. There we go. How do they win? Oh, Mishra's Self-Replicator? Is that their win con? Whenever you cast a historic spell, you can pay 1, create a copy. Doesn't that, like, not even win on their own turn? Oh, no, they have Spellbomb, so they can probably go Infinite or something. I feel like this is a set that's excited me like Innistrad and RTR. Yeah, actually, Cons Standard wasn't that great. Theros Cons was fine, but when it became like 4-color mess, when they had fetch lands and like the BFZ duels, ugh, was that Standard the worst. So that's probably fine. We are on the draw, so Gemstone Caverns are still good. Chalices are great. Copters are bad. Arbiters are pretty bad because they barely search. And, like, THC actually makes all their lands come in tapped, so that's fine. Cut, like, 2 Dismembers? This is probably fine, something like that. Geez, we just have so many cards that are hard for them to beat. Chalice, Stony, Rip, Damping Sphere, Thalia, even just Thought-Knot Seer and Smashers, backed up by like one of these other hate cards. I feel bad against Egg's opponents. I've never actually seen them kill me. Seems pretty good. What am I pitching for this Gemstone Caverns? My Smasher, probably. I want all these lands. I want to just, like, Stony to Thought-Knot them. The only way they beat Stony is... their Nature's Claims out of the sideboard. But we can just Stony into, Thought-Knot them? Oh, yeah. What you got, opponent? I almost, like, don't want to Stony Silence my opponent here. They just didn't cast anything. I almost want to Thought-Knot them first before I Stony them. But I also don't want their Mox Opal to be online. They scryed 1 to the top. Opponent doesn't have the Nature's Claim. Playing Ichor Wellspring? Oh, sure. Oh, alright. Yeah, this should be game over, right? Chalice on plus Stony Silence. Typically, I guess they could find, like, Aether Grid or Wormcoil or something, but that's a ways off. I don't even need my Spirit Guide. We're just gonna, like, cast this Chalice on 1 here. A Mirror Retriever, cool. I don't have to play this yet. We'll play the Thought-Knot first. Jeez, that was gross. Man, if there's one thing I love about playing basically any deck with Thalia Guardian of Thraben in it, is just how badly you rail people playing Eggs. The classic stream scenario of we're 2-2, trying desperately to make it to break even. I don't know how we always end up here. We're just like very rarely just dead. Except for that one time we 0-3'd with this deck, because I'm the unluckiest person on the planet, but usually it's just, no matter how we play through our first 4 matches, we're just always 2-2 here. Jageb 7. We're on the draw. We have nothing super fast, but we just have... I guess we can only actually cast one of Thalia, Displacer, or Arbiter, because we only have this this Cavern. But we also have Copter, and we also are on the draw, and the opponent mulligan will keep. We have like a lot of good draws here. Thought-Knot Seer is a good draw. White Source is a good draw. That's probably enough. I guess Smasher, I wouldn't hate either. My opponent has a Flooded Strand deck. So that's probably not a good draw. Put the Fear of God in them. Make them think they're playing against Eldrazi Tron. And also we might just draw Thought-Knot Seer. Kind of want this Chalice of the Wood to resolve, honestly. Opponent probably has Logic Knot up here, so we're just going to play Thalia. We can always just play Chalice next turn for 3 mana. Maybe it's worth it to just run out Chalice there, since this is such a, like, make my opponent have it sort of deck. Alright, I guess they're not casting a spell. So they didn't fetch the first turn because they wanted to draw the card they described at the top, presumably. Yeah, they described a card at the top. So now if they play something here, we can Chalice them. Just not playing anything, that's kind of rude. Oh, that's fine. We get to Chalice them, and this gives us white mana. Thank you, opponent. So opponent's probably just on the normal just get control lists, which are usually pretty favorable for this deck. This hand is not exactly lending itself to a good anti-just get control start, but... So we can play Displacer plus Copter or Arbiter plus Copter. I don't think Arbiter's going to do a lot. We get Arbiter plus Copter plus Ghost Core to them, actually. So let's... I assume they have Cryptic here. So I don't particularly care if they kill this Arbiter. Wow, not even fetching. Bold move, opponent. If they Logic Knot this, then we can actually just Ghost Core them. Apparently, my opponent does not know how Leonin Arbiter works. That's pretty good. Some pretty decent value. Opponent, you cannot cast Cryptic Command because you've just thrown your fetch land off of a building. That is on you. You let the Arbiter resolve. This is no one's fault but your own opponent. Oh man. I was kind of hoping they didn't have another land so they can't hold up Cryptic here. I guess we'll play Displacer here. Kind of want to play it pre-combat anyway, just to crew this copter. Discard this Dismember. And if they Cryptic Command here, we're going to take them off of white. And still play... Oh, no, we can't actually play this other Displacer. Logic Now Dex equals 5. Man, I wish I had a Spirit Guide. Surprised they didn't Logic Knot anything that I played last turn. Yeah, sure. We have the second Displacer anyway. Let's crew up this Arbiter, or crew up this Copter. Get to pitch this Dismember. Oh man, did I play land already? What a mistake. I did. Oh well. Opponent, you do not want to cast Lightning Helix here. Yep, just untap. You can cast Lightning Helix now. So you have 2 mana up. Thought-Knot Seer is interesting. So if we play out Displacer, we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Plus these 2 Ghost Quarters, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can actually cast Displacer and Thought-Knot and leave up double Ghost Quarter. So we'll play Displacer as the bait spell for the Cryptic Command. And even with the Cryptic, we just double Stone Rain them and Thought, like, does not end well for the opponent. See if we can get them to cast something. We really want this Thought-Knot to resolve, but even if it doesn't, again, double Stone Rain. They could actually Logic Knot it for 3, which is a little awkward. Could just save it with the Displacer. It's probably better, honestly. Opponent is pretty behind here. We have a very good board in there. They cannot tap well at all. Another Copter. Let's just slam it. We'll see what they have. They Cryptic me. Ghost Quarters abound. And they've been stuck on 4 lands this whole time, so these Ghost Quarters will be excellent. Snap. That's not helpful, right? They can't even launch now. What are they gonna Helix something? Helix my Displacer? You are still incredibly dead. They need Helixes before they let this resolve, unless they want me to take 2 cards. Yeah. Current response. There's nothing I can do to get blink value here, so we'll just let it resolve. Thought-Knot checks their hand. Ooh, a Supreme Verdict, you say? Path and Logic Knot. Nice land. Nice land. My deck has no graveyard synergies, right? So there's no point in looting on an empty hand. Surprised the opponent hasn't conceded yet, considering how horrendously dead they are. Alright, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. So this matchup has, like, actual 0 sideboard cards. We just, like, do that, I guess? None of my other cards are good. Maybe Rest in Peace is just worth it because it's better than Dismember. I have seen these decks bringing in Baneslayer Angels recently, which is a little bit horrifying. But just in reality, your main deck is just so good against the opponent. Rest in Peace only beats like Snapcaster and Logic outside of the opponent's deck, which might be worth it. Considering these Dismembers are so bad. Let's try it, see how it goes. Yeah, it sounds great. We have either turn 1 Thought Knot or turn 1 Chalice, depending on what I feel like doing. I think I'm going to pitch a Spirit Guide to this Gemstone Caverns, because either way we can still play a Thought Knot on turn 1 if I want, because I'll have Cavern into Temple Spirit Guide, or just Cavern into Temple Chalice. So we'll keep this. Pitch Simian Spirit Guide. Gemstone Caverns is such a sweet card. Such a weird card, too. I'm not sure exactly what. I think I'm more inclined to just jam Chalice on one. Depends on if they just leave up the mana here. They might have ooh, maybe that's the best play. Thalia them? Probably not. So I'm concerned about Ceremonious Rejection in the post-board games. Chalice is just such a beating against my opponent. Thalia might be the best play since they won't be able to counter it at all. And it inhibits them from doing things anyway. They can't counter this because it's not colorless. Next turn it'll be harder for them to Logic Knot one of my things, because they can pay like the Thalia attacks and Delve, but they would need like another fetch land, and then they can like only Logic Knot for 1, which means we could resolve this Chalice with a Simian Spirit Guide, because the Chalice costs 3. Not even fetching. Didn't they keep a 7? Yeah, they kept their hand. They just decided they didn't want to fetch. I guess if they were land light. I think we're going to Chalice on one here. If they have Ceremonious Rejection, they have it, and they could always hit my Thought Knot with it anyway. And if this Chalice just sticks, then we're just golden. They're probably going to like Bolt Thalia in response here. Or they do have the Rejection. If they Bolt Thalia, that's fine, because we have the second Thalia. You can't cast Helix. Yeah, there you go. So this Chalice should be excellent. They don't have Logic Knot mana up, which is very good for this Thought Knot Seer. Interesting. Alright, so this negates garbage. They must have just drawn it for turn 2. Oh no, because they couldn't cast it through a Thalia. So it's either the D-Sphere or the Wrath. So If I take the Wrath, they just untap D-Sphere, my thought not guaranteed. If I take the D-Sphere and they miss on a land, we can play Thalia and severely delay them on possibly casting this Wrath, but then it's harder to play around because I can't commit as much into it. I think it's the D-Sphere. Because if they draw the 4th land, they're very inclined to just Wrath me anyway, and then we just play more creatures. And if they miss here, we play Thalia, and then they're really, really far behind. Yeah. We should be good here. They need to run off a couple lands in a row. I guess that explains why they didn't fetch, because they were land light. They kept a, probably double path 2-lander or something. Yeah, I'm down for just smashing my opponent here. My opponent cannot cast Wrath of God next turn, unless they also kill the Thalia, and if they kill the Thalia, they're still taking 9. We just have backup too. And this is also lethal right now. Oh. Can they kill the Thalia? They draw Helix. Nice. Good for the opponent. So now they need to draw top deck a land for Wrath, and then we still have Displacer and Thalia, and they have a hand of basically nothing. Doesn't look like they drew the land either. Yep, they are dead. Sweet. We managed a 3-2, which is very good considering the very first game I kind of punted pretty badly. This deck is insane if you want to be beating up blue-white control, or the Jeskai control, blue-white. I imagine blue-white's probably a little worse, but Jeskai especially, because it just maxes out on so many 1s. Stuff like Chalice of Void is just nuts. We had Chalice of Void locking out 2 paths that game. You just have so many cards that make them play super awkwardly. And just so much easier to beat up stuff like Jeskai Control. But the trade-off is that your humans matchup can be a little dicey. I haven't played against, Hollow One with this deck ever. I don't think. Let me double-check the list here. Yeah, I've never played against Hollow One. I've only played... This is my 3rd league with it, so I haven't played against too much. But it definitely feels powerful. What did we lose to? It was just humans twice, and one of them was me being bad and punting the match against humans. So realistically, this deck is not too shabby. I'm definitely down to keep trying it out until it starts to feel bad for me. The sideboard, like I kind of always talk about, definitely needs some sort of tweaking. I'm not sure what it needs, but I'm sure in a big long list of modern cards, there's some garbage, expensive white card that's going to be good in matchups that this deck isn't good in. I don't know what those might be. We played against Ponza. Ponza is not a good matchup. Ponza is probably not great. Affinity and humans can be bad game 1, but game 2 and 3 are a lot better off. Tukali Honor Guard is actually insane against humans. But I'm actually really liking this deck. I am down to keep messing around with it. Spider Space didn't stop in today, but I'm definitely going to show him the clip after, or the next time I see him. We're going to find someone to host here. Oh man, Caleb D's testing for standard RPGQ. I should look at his leagues later, or his VODs. Is there anyone playing Legacy? This person's playing Dredge. It's Modern Dredge, though. I don't know why it says #Legacy. Oh, there's me. SCG Legacy, SCG Con. What are they playing? Maverick? Oh, I've posted. Romario Vidal. I've seen this person in chat before. I don't know where they went. I think their chair's empty. I guess they went to the bathroom or something. But anyway, I'm gonna have to give my end of stream speech anyway, and I'll go ahead and host over here. But thank you all for joining me today. It was a lot of fun. This deck definitely goes by quicker than Death and Taxes, that's for sure. You just like play so aggressively and just beat people up. It was really good. Beating up Chess Guy, beating up Eggs was ridiculous with our insane draws. We had like a good hand, and then top decked like Chalice of Void, top decked Rest in Peace, top decked I forget whatever. We just like put him in the ground. It was ugly, but by far and away that best win was my incredibly skill-intensive win against Scred Red. I'm probably gonna like tweet out that clip because it was amazing. But anyway, thank you all for joining me today. That's gonna end the stream. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing some Eldrazi Taxes all the time if you're still here. Will be the Wednesday Eldrazi Taxes. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming Thursday. I think I'm gonna be too busy preparing for Friday, which I'm also not gonna be streaming Friday because I have work commitments and stuff, and then I also like need to get in some RPTQ reps, stuff like that. So Wednesday is probably going to be like the last stream for this week. I'm there again, maybe stream Thursday, but like looking pretty unlikely. I don't know exactly what my plans are, but Thursdays are kind of up in the air right now. We'll see. But tomorrow, which is the important one, Eldrazi, Black-White Eldrazi Taxes stream, we will be strangling some nerds again. Maybe we'll play against 4-color. God, what was the name? Big White Rugs or whatever. It was just like 4-color nonsense, 3-drops and stuff. Anyhow, if you like the content, you want to see more, if you're a big Death and Taxes fan, you can hit the follow button. It costs you totally nothing. Helps you know when I'm going live, and helps other people find my stream. If you really want to support the channel, you can subscribe or donate. Subscriptions get you the sweet Thalia emote, pictured here in the sideboard. Donations, I will be more than willing to mess around with whatever Death and Taxes build you may want, certain color splash, certain featured card, any format, whatever. Just talk to me about it, and we'll get it done. We're going to be hosting Romario Vidal, who is streaming some Maverick Nick. I don't know what they're playing. Looks kind of weird. They've got that one black-green commander that brings back creatures. Obstinate Bailoff, Chalice of the Void. Whatever. They've been in chat before. They're pretty active community, or Death and Taxes community member. I see them in Discord and stuff and Phil's chat. So we're going to go host them. So I will catch you guys all tomorrow for the Black-White Eldrazi Taxes stream. Thank you all for joining me today. We had fun.